Both teams have taken the field, and let's see what happens now as we're ready for the kickoff. Morgan is back and ready to put this one in the air. They'll return this one. This one is handled by number 30. Number 30 has a nice return, taking it back to the 36. First and 10.
At the 36-yard line. First and 10.
They jumped early and got a flag. So he's called for encroachment.
Yeah, he jumped early and touched an offensive player, and that forces the officials to blow the whistle.
It's now first and 5 after the penalty.
41-yard line.
Yeah, you see me. Let's go. Let's go.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Hands it off to the back. Snow is there for the tackle at the 43-yard line.
When you run the ball in the first half, you're trying to keep the defense on it. But if you're only getting gains like that in the second half, then it puts more pressure on your passing game.
The 43-yard line.
Thomas will work out of the shotgun. Pump fakes with the pass, and he makes the grab. Doss comes up to make the play at the 45. Great throw to beat the zone.
I'll tell you, the defense has to do a better job of coming up and clamping down on the receiver whenever he enters their zone.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Can't bring him down. Tatum is there for the tackle at the 40. Bush busted through for a few tough yards. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. Throws it. Incomplete as the defender knocks it away. Now holding for the penalty on. So he pays for his aggressiveness.
Yeah, the defender needs to make sure that he doesn't make too much contact with the receiver on plays like that. The officials aren't going to stand for it today.
First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Here we come.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Snow is there on the stop. Bush is able to get a yard or two on the toss. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Deuce. Hey, watch the screen.
Gets the pass off. Almost intercepted.
Sometimes in zone coverage, a quarterback will throw to a spot where his receiver is supposed to be. That time, the only one there was a defender who couldn't make the catch.
3rd and 9. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Make him come on. Come on.
Cameron, the lone back, closing in, gets rid of it, and it's complete. Stokes doesn't get enough to convert, and that brings up 4th down. Wolves will try to put them ahead with this field goal. The veteran connecting for the field goal. Decent drive, turning their first possession into 3 points.
And you want to get something on your first possession. They were looking for a touchdown, but the defense kind of tightened up.
Nice kick, plenty of distance. This one is handled by number 37. Number 37 has a nice return, taking it back to the 27.
The Berlin Thunder will start the drive at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hand off to the tailback. Jones is there on the stop.
On the run.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
Second and 5.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Get me going.
It's the toss to the left. We'll feel that one tomorrow.
When you have a good balance of run and pass on offense, the defense doesn't have a chance to focus in on either one of them. They need to be prepared to cover both options.
Gain of 4. Ball on their own 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Under 10.
Brown, the lone back.
Who's gonna make a big play? Here we go. Here I go.
Hand off to the tailback.
He just ran out of time. He's got to do a better job of feeling the rush. You always want to keep your eyes downfield. You have to know or feel when that rush is getting to you. You have to have a time clock in your head so you can get the pass off just a beat earlier.
Very solid defensive effort to force the 3 and out. From the 26-yard line.
43-yard line. Return for a gain of 1 yard.
Ball on their own 29.
29-yard line. 1st and 10.
Good football. Here we go, baby.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. A little misdirection. Now that's a stiff arm. Reynolds comes up to make the play at the 37-yard line.
When your offensive line is getting a good push up front, it's a lot easier to pick up yardage on the ground.
Ball on their own 37.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
All on us, y'all.
Blitz is coming. With the throw, he finds his man. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10.
When you get this kind of execution, you got a great chance of making a big play. Watch it here as everyone takes care of their assignment. The pass is thrown where the receiver can make the best play in the ball, and it's 6 points.
The extra point attempt is good.
Scoring a touchdown not only puts points on the board, it sends a message to the other team that if you execute properly, they won't be able to stop you. And they say 90% of the game is half mental.
Wall in to kick this one off. He got all of that one. This one is taken by number 37. Fumble, loose ball. The Thunder grab the live ball. They get it back after he loses the football.
First and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Burns using split backs.
Let's go.
They're blitzing. Long throw. It's caught, and he slips out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
First down on the play.
Brings it in for a big gain.
Almost every wide receiver gets better at running routes as they get older, and this guy's no exception.
First and 10.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
We turn it up. Let's go.
I'm coming through, baby.
Little misdirection. Manning is there for the tackle at the 36. Nothing doing that time, John, as the linebacker gets there quickly.
He's one of those guys who's a sure tackler. He'll move up and play physically at the line, come on a blitz, and play the run just about as well as anyone on the defense.
Showtime, baby.
Burns using split backs.
It's on. Yeah, it's on.
And they go with the delay. Molden is there on the stop. His excellent positioning led to that stop behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll do that kind of thing. He's one of the smartest players at defensive end. He always seems to be in position, he uses his hands well, and he has those long arms, and that really helps him shed blocking.
Watch your eyes.
Nickelback in this time.
There we go, dude. Check it.
With the pass, right on target to the wide receiver. Dillon is there for the tackle at the 23.
No more, fella. Hey, watch the ball.
Receives the handoff. This one will be spotted at the 21.
Mixing runs with passes keeps the defense honest.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on. Watch each other back. They soft, man. Bring it up. Bring it up.
Looks to the end zone. This one falls incomplete. A little too much touch.
Intended receiver on the play. Third and 8. Ball on the 21-yard line.
Let's go. A little pass.
He tucks it away. Setting up play action. Throws it. Incomplete pass. John, he rushed that throw.
And you should credit the defensive line. They do a nice job tying up the blockers and can bring pressure up the middle. When you combine their play with the fact that the defensive coordinator likes to bring additional blitzers from the outside, it can make for a very long day for the quarterback.
If they can make this field goal, they'll be within a touchdown. It's good.
And give credit to the kicker there. It's nice to have a guy that can make your drive worth 3, even if you don't get it into the end zone every time.
Morgan comes in to kick off. From the 7-yard line.
If they can put a drive together here, they'll put themselves up by 2 scores. That's exactly how you want to start off a game.
Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
All right, let's go. I can do it, man. Get some sweat going. Don't stop. Don't stop that motor. You can't stop me.
Toss play to the left. Doss is there for the tackle at the 22. Good work by the defensive line there.
They got off the ball, got penetration, shut off those running lanes. He was looking for a hole, but the only thing he saw was a massive wall of defenders.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Cameron, the lone back. With the throw. The wide receiver has it. Good catch on second and long that picks up the first down.
That one was about pass rush and pass protection. The offensive line was successful in what they had to do to make sure the quarterback had the time he needed.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
What's the hard count? Yes, right, man.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package.
Hey, watch that screen.
With a counterplay. Midfield. Number 39 comes up to make the play. Credit the line for creating a big game. Great blocking.
Good blocking and good running. The line did their part to give him some room to run. He did most of his damage after he broke free. Let me tell you, this defense is going to have to adjust their pursuit angle. They just couldn't get anybody to the ball.
Rolling out to his right. Gets rid of it. Swatted away at the line. Stokes was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
On the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Throws it. And this pass is completed.
This is an example of the quarterback trusting his arm. He just made a decision, and the ball was there in a blink of an eye.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
They'll make this a two-possession game if they get into the end zone on this drive. They're just inside the 20. With a counterplay. The 10. Goss comes up to make the play. Cameron pushing his way through the would-be tacklers. He picks up solid yardage. It's first and goal at the 8. It's the toss to the left. Is there for the tackle at the 3-yard line. And now our viewers can see how successful each team's main running threat has been today. It's second and goal at the 3.
Watch out. Hold the rock.
Steps up. Throws one up in the end zone. It's batted away.
And this is an incredible play by the defender. You know, he didn't look like he would be there in time, but he jumped over the top of everyone, and he got his hand on it to knock it away.
Hand it off. Now that's a stiff arm. And they'll score. Touchdown.
Look at him here. He wasn't going to be stopped on that one. He's a hard runner. And he just shrugs off the defenders, and he gets in for a touchdown.
The extra point attempt is good. And a great finish to that drive as they got into the end zone, and the defense is going to have its hands full trying to keep them in check.
They're really executing out there. Seems like just about every call they make works to perfection. If the defense can get them the ball back quickly here, they might be able to put this one away very early.
Walls is back and ready to put this one in the air. Booming kick downfield. This one is handled by number 37. Just about ready for the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last drive. So they have first and 10 here.
At the 25-yard line. First and 10.
Here we go.
Brown, the lone back, to carry it. Thomas is there for the tackle at the 27-yard line.
I know they didn't get much, but it's all about making the defense respect the fact that you're willing to run.
2nd and 8 coming up here.
27-yard line.
All right, here we go. It's on. Set.
Dropping back. Under pressure, heaving it over the middle. Incomplete.
If you're going to miss, it's better to miss long. You put it up there where your receiver is going to go get it. Now, if you miss, it'll generally end up in incompletion. And that's a heck of a lot better than missing short, giving the defense a shot at the interception.
Number 88 was his intended target. Burns with split backs.
Pressure on, man. We fine, huh? We good. Run the clock, good.
Pressure. Sheds the tackle. With the throw. Jackson is there on the stop at the 41. Can't draw it up any better than that. Textbook first down. Ball on their own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
All right, let's go. I can do it, baby. Set. Watch each other back. Not today.
Hand off to the tailback. Gamble comes up to make the play at the 46-yard line. Brown with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup.
2nd and 5. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Run again. Strong right. Set. Don't make the play.
He tucks it away. Thomas is there on the stop at the 46. And that gain will get them a fresh set of downs.
It was a great run. He saw his blockers create some room for him, and he accelerated right through the hole.
1st and 10. Hand it off to the back. White comes up to make the play at the 39. So let's take a look at how this back compares to the opposition. It's 2nd down and 3 to go.
On the 39-yard line.
Danny. Set.
Pump fakes. Long throw. He's there for the catch. The defense blitzes the corner, but the quarterback got rid of it quickly for a completion and a first down.
That was a great play because he saw him coming, remained calm, and threw an accurate pass.
It's 1st and goal at the 2-yard line. Can he get there? Fakes the handoff. With the throw, picked off in the end zone. A lot of room to work with. He dives, touchdown. A spectacular interception and return for a touchdown. Walls comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
Here's a situation where the offense can make this negative a positive. The defense will probably be looking to jump another pass, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a stop-and-go route with a good pump fake, and maybe they'll get a quick score of their own.
Got all of that one, a great kick. This one is handled by number 37.
You know, they need to get this game under control, or it's going to be a long, long day.
First and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Everything you got. Hey, let's go one deep. Set.
Jammer comes in motion.
It's showtime, baby. No more, fella. Shoot.
Hand it off. Gamble comes up to make the play at the 35.
Vision is so important to these ball carriers. They got to find the hole and get to it before it closes. There's no hole there, and they got to know that too. If you don't have the vision, you just can't find the hole.
So we gonna take it. We coming to wreck.
They line up in the I formation. Jammer in motion.
Here we go. Come on.
Pressure coming. He goes down.
They need some better blocking out of that offensive front. You have to use your hands, get them out in front of you, keep them inside, maintain leverage, and balance it. You need to hold those blocks and slow down the pass rush.
Ball on their own 30.
30-yard line.
We turning it up. Nothing wrong.
Nickelback in this time.
There we go.
Dropping back. Closing in. Throws it. Swatted away at the line. Thomas set his hands on it.
I think he was invisible out there. Wasn't even seen. And that's a break for the offense.
Nothing happening for the offense. They're forced into a 3-and-out. From the 30-yard line.
40-yard line. Return for a gain of 2 yards.
It's first and 10.
The 32-yard line. First and 10.
Be careful. Play hard and fast, baby.
The defense lines up in the nickel.
All right, now.
Looking to run it here. They'll go with a play fake. Gets rid of it. He hits his receiver. The 30. Off and running. The 20. The 10.
I'll tell you, this is nice work by both the quarterback and the receiver in this play. Watch it here. He reads the coverage, looks for the best option, and then throws it to him.
The point after is good. The defense got torched on that touchdown, John.
Yeah, and any play that allows the other team to score is never good. But when it comes express mail like that, it definitely puts a sour taste in your mouth.
Walls looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. Sends it sailing. This one is fielded by number 37. The offense takes over after they were 3-and-out on their last possession. Defense lines up in the nickel. Deep throw. Incomplete pass.
He just flicked his wrist and the ball just took off. Just need to take a little bit off of that one, and it could have gone for a big play.
Jammer was the intended receiver on that play.
Second and 10. Ball on the 24-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. Under 10, 10.
Burns using splitbacks. Under pressure with the pass. Right on target to the wide receiver. Dillon is there for the tackle at the 33.
Let's go. Lock it up. Get on him here. Set.
Going for the first on short yardage. Throwing. This pass is incomplete.
The defense dug in their cleats and held their ground on that series of downs.
here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out. From the 27-yard line. Number 30 with some good moves and gets good yardage, bringing it back to the 40. Ball on their own 40.
At the 40-yard line. 1st and 10.
Cameron lines up behind his fullback in the eye.
Let's go.
On the ground. Abrams is there for the tackle at the 42-yard line. So after that run, we can see how the two main threats on the ground have fared so far. It's 2nd down and 8 to go.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
There we go, D.
Hughes is there on the stop at the 49.
A successful running attack requires good blocking up front to be effective.
Ball on their own 49.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
Hands it off. They'll go with a play fake with the pass, and he'll take it out of bounds at the 42.
This is good communication between a quarterback and his receiver to keep the chains moving. They know where the 1st down marker is, and they recognize the type of coverage the defense is playing. The ball is there, and so is the catch.
Let's go, D. Knock him out. Yeah, you see me. Sit. Danny.
Little misdirection. Tatum is the guy who's there to bring him down at the 33-yard line.
You can't have a good running attack without blocking, but blocking alone won't get you what you need. You got to have a back who can find the holes when they're there.
Ball on the 33-yard line.
One back.
The Thunder with a 4-man front.
Stay posted now.
Throws it. And the catch is made. Reynolds is there for the tackle.
This is a great block. Watch here. He just barrels into the defender, taking him right off the turf. Now that is a textbook block right there.
Here we go. We coming to wreck.
Hand it off. Misses the tackle. Hughes comes up to make the play. They can't get the blocking they need, and now it'll be 2nd down and goal. It's 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line. They line up in the I formation.
It's on. Under 10.
Soft lob to the end zone. Incomplete pass.
Hey, you don't want to waste too many opportunities like that.
Number 86 was the one they were trying to get the ball to. It's 3rd and goal at the 5.
Hey, watch the screen. Let's go, D. Let's go. Sit.
Receives the handoff. Setting up play action. Goes to the end zone. Caught.
This is a good play by the offense in the red zone. The wide receiver is going to break away right here and come up with a catch and the touchdown.
The point after is good. Stokes had his number called several times on that touchdown drive.
Yeah, it's nice to have a receiver like him who can catch a lot of passes and keep the sticks moving.
Walls comes in to kick off. Nice distance. This one is handled by number 37. The defense forced the punt the last time after 3 plays. The ball on their own 23.
Will start the drive at the 23-yard line. 1st and 10.
Hey, watch that screen.
The backs are lined up in an I.
Get it up.
Hand off to the tailback. Fumble. The Thunder recover. They lose the ball in the backfield, but manage to recover.
That was a great play to swallow up the ball carrier and put a big hit on him like that.
Ball on their own 22.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
What's the run?
Little misdirection. Hope is there on the stop at the 30.
You never know when you're going to find some room and break loose into the secondary.
Ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
No more, fellas. Yeah, let's go, baby. Get some
Brown
snap.
lines up behind his fullback in the I.
Let's turn it up, D. Watch the snap now.
Hand it off to the back, setting up play action, throwing. This pass is incomplete. Jackson was his intended target. Dillon is there on the cover.
On the play.
Good defensive stand there. Now they'll punt it away after a 3 and out. From the 30. Number 30 has a decent return, taking it to the 45. It's 1st and 10.
The 45-yard line. 1st and 10.
Let us dictate. Let's go, D. Let's go. Set. Camper. Hey, let's go. Clear. Clear.
With a counter play. The back breaks free. They'll spot this one at the 42. They found the ball carrier to make his 4th stop of the game. He adds that big run to his total, and the defense has been having a very difficult time bringing him down. So they have 1st and 10 here.
On the 42-yard line.
And we're ready to start the second quarter. First and 10.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Watch your eyes.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Hand it off. Redmond comes up to make the play at the 36.
It's important to pound the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they're going to bend.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Stay both now. Watch screen.
They line up in the I formation.
Watch a man.
Hand off to the tailback. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. Now let's have a look at what our runners have done up to this point. Third down play upcoming. To convert, they have to get it to the 32. The Thunder come out in a nickel package. He passed looking for the end zone. This pass is incomplete. So he's able to break up that pass, and it saves what would have been a very big gain. Mitchell is ready to punt this one away. Number 37 sets up to run back the punt. And he waves for the fair catch.
Touchback.
So they have 1st and 10 here.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Solo. Solo. Blue down. Blue down.
Only one man in the backfield.
Bring it up. Bring it up. Get it
With a counterplay. Number 30 is there on the stop at the 23.
The defense is trying to shut down the running game early to force him to pass. We'll have to see if it works and causes him to give up on it here in the first half.
Just about a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7. Ball on the 23-yard line.
No more, fella.
Brown lines up behind his fullback in the eye. Gets the pass off. Complete to the wide receiver. Give him some time. He'll hit his man.
And the thing is, he doesn't care how big that window is. With his accuracy, everyone's open.
Ball on their own 41.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Deuce it. Rush in.
Gives the ball off. Thomas is there for the tackle at the 44-yard line.
A big part of this guy's running style is to use the blockers to set up his cut, but they were nowhere to be found on that run.
Stiff arm keeps him at bay. Number 93 comes up to make the play at the 49.
This is one of those games where you just keep running it at him. 4 yards here, 5 yards there, loosen them up, and then wham. You knock them out late in the game with that long touchdown run. I think this defense looks forward to these third down situations because they've been stopping them today.
Los Angeles can't keep their drives going, John. They failed on 6 third downs.
Yeah, they're not calling their best plays on third down, and they're predictable, which makes it easier for the defense to make the stop.
So as we get set for the punt, let's take a look at our returners' stats. Morgan comes into the game for the punt. Number 30 into return. Won't take a chance trying to return this one.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Keep moving.
Be the hammer, not the nail.
Get some slot going. Let's go now.
A little misdirection. Number 22 takes him down at the 23.
The defense held their positions and didn't let them get very far.
So a pickup of maybe 3. 2nd and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Safety right.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. Throwing. Complete to the wide receiver.
Watch this. He stands him up and he puts him right down. That's stopping in your tracks right there.
Let's go. Act like you want to win it. Stay inside right here. Play defense. Play football.
Gets rid of it. Incomplete pass.
I'll tell you, the defense made a great stand right there.
Receiver on the play.
Number 37 looks like he's ready for the return. On the 27, strong move.
43-yard punt, returned for a gain of 4 yards. The Berlin Thunder will start the drive at the 32-yard line. First and 10.
They line up in the I formation. Jackson comes in motion.
Here we go.
Handed off to the back. White is there for the tackle.
On the carry.
Brown battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Ball on their own 34.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Come on. Let's go.
Burns using split pass. Throwing. He couldn't control it.
There's not one wide receiver who can ever claim that he's never dropped a pass. It's just part of the game.
So as they get set to try to convert, here's what both teams have done on third down.
All right, let's go.
The offense has had trouble moving the sticks on third down so far. Dropping back with the throw, and he just can't hang on.
He put the ball exactly where you want to put it.
On the play.
Number 30 gets set for the return as we take a look at his numbers. So 3 and out, and they'll line up to punt. From the 22.
44-yard punt. Return for a gain of 2 yards. They'll take over at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
I can do it, baby. Deuce it, deuce it.
The Thunder come out in a nickel
Let's
package.
go, boys. Let's go, baby. Work it,
Hand it off. Ooh, that one will leave a mark.
Now they got to keep going at it. They can get that defense tired, and on its heels, these games will get longer and bigger as the game goes on.
Gain of a handful. 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
All right, now.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Number 86, the man in motion.
From the start, from the start.
Drops back. Gets the pass off. He hits his receiver. The defense dropped everybody back, but he was able to find some space and make the catch for the first down.
That was a good read off the line by the receiver. He recognized his own coverage, made a slight adjustment to his route. The quarterback knew where he would be, made a good throw, and they converted for a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package.
Hey, let's go. We coming to run.
On the delay. Redmond comes up to make the play at the 41-yard line.
This team's always trying to get a good mix of run and pass plays.
2nd and 7.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
Don't make a play. Watch screen. Blue down, blue down. Get me going.
On the carry. Nice play fake. Gets the pass off. Gets his hand on it.
He's got great recovery speed. He can catch up to the ball even if he's caught out of position. That time he was right there in the secondary to tip the ball away.
Number 86 was the intended receiver on that play.
Consistent success on third down, which they've had, usually translates into a win.
Pump fakes with the throw, and the catch is made. Tatum is there on the stop at the 49-yard line. It's usually a good call to throw it in his direction, John.
Yeah, he's got some of the best hands in the league. He'll catch just about anything he can get to. I think he's most effective when they really need to catch. Third down, things like that. That's when he really shines out there.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Reynolds comes up to make the play at the 49.
One thing these guys don't want to do is give up in a running game, because if they do that, they become one-dimensional, and that plays right into the defense's hand.
Gain of 2.
Get my cut back. Let's go. Be physical.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Hand it off. Doss is there for the tackle at the 45-yard line. Cameron pushes past the 100-yard mark on the ground. It's third down and 4 to go. The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Stepping up with the throw. Doss comes up to make the play at the 31-yard line. This offense having no trouble moving the ball on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is having a lot of trouble stopping them. They can't seem to key on what they're doing and put an end to this drive.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. They give it to the halfback. Number 39 is there for the tackle at the 27. Cameron continues to run with authority, pounding it out. 10th play of this drive.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Watch your man. All right, let's go.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Takes it off to the back. Reynolds is there on the stop at the 23.
The best backs in the league average 4 to 5 yards a carry. But there are a lot of things that go into a successful running game. You got to have good play calling, good blocking up front, and a back that can take advantage when he sees the opening.
I'm coming through, baby.
Watch the play.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. With the pass, thrown behind but caught. Tatum comes up to make the play. At the 7. Tatum appears to have sustained an injury and will make his way to the sideline under his own power. It's first and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here we come. Get some slot going.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. Picked off in the end zone. What a play by the bench.
Yeah, this is one guy who has a pretty impressive list of big plays that he's made over the years.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception.
Let's ride, man. No more, fellas.
Burns using split backs. With a deep throw to the right side. Drops the interception. Close to a big play by the defense.
And it probably should have been a big play. He had perfect position to get the interception. He just dropped it.
Second and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Knock him out. Keep it up.
Only one man back. Number 87 comes in motion.
Stay posted now. From the start, from the start.
To carry it, Molden is there on the stop at the 22.
He was looking for a place to run, but all those places were filled up with guys waiting to tackle him.
Ball on their own 22.
Ball on the 22-yard line.
Yeah, let's go, baby. Hey, watch that.
This team has to start converting on third down if they're going to be successful.
Danny.
With the pass, gets his hand on it.
That's just great positioning by the defender. He has his eyes in the backfield the whole time, and he was right there to break the play up.
Morgan will come in now to punt it away. Number 30 lines up deep for the punt return. They'll spot this one where it went out.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
All day, baby. Come on. Here we go.
Tosses it out to the right. Snow is there for the tackle at the 45.
The defensive coordinator has to make some kind of adjustment. He's just running all over him.
It's second down, 2 to go.
Ball on the 45-yard line.
Let's do our thing. Let's go.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Hands off to the tailback. Abrams comes up to make the play at the 42-yard line. He lowers his shoulder and powers his way to the first.
First and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Rush in.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3.
Get it up. All on us, y'all. Get some swag
He'll
going.
pass on first down. With the throw, almost picked off. Snow had his hands on it.
He's a pretty good cover linebacker. He can run with most guys, and he gets good position. Then he reads the pass, and he makes his move. But he'll drop a few like that one.
Second and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
We're talking about bringing. Let's go.
Cameron, the lone back. Hand off to the tailback. This one will be spotted at the 36-yard line. He stopped him there, and according to our numbers, that's tackle number 6 for him. Third down play upcoming. To convert, they have to get it to the 32.
The offense has been stepping it up on third down all day.
With the carry, Snow takes him down before he can get the first. So they can't get the first, but they might attempt a long field goal. comes into the game to try the field goal. And the kick sails wide. After the missed field goal, they're set to go on offense at the 40-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Deuces.
They line up in the I formation. Throwing. This one falls incomplete. Obviously not what he was looking for.
Intended receiver on the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
What's the fake? Let's turn it up, D.
Stay close now.
With a counterplay. And he's brought down in the backfield by number 93.
Yeah, that's what this defense will do to you. They're so good in pursuit that if you start trying to go east and west in the backfield, you're in trouble. I'd try and run the ball right at them. That'll negate the speed that these guys have to the outside.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Go make a play. Here we come.
Brown, the lone back. Gets the pass off. They'll knock him out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Jammer catches it along the sideline for a first down.
He knows how to get up the sideline and use that sideline as a defender.
It's 1st and 10. He gets the count. Gamble is there for the tackle at the 34-yard line. Brown battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Ball on the 34-yard line.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Yeah, it's on.
Gamble stops the play in the backfield. He tries to wriggle away, but he's stopped for a loss.
The offensive line just didn't get any push. They need to do a better job knocking those guys off the line.
On 3rd down, they need to get it to the 26 to convert.
All right, let's go.
Brown, the lone back. And sack.
It's almost like they knew what the snap count was going to be in that one. When he sees a rush coming, he has to know who his hot read is and get the ball to him more quickly.
He's trying to pin them down inside their own 10 on this one. Fair catch called for.
First and 10. Ball on the 20-yard line.
Here it comes. Knock him out.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package.
Turn it up now. Watch the snap down.
Hands it off. Play action. Throws it. And he makes the grab. And he's forced out of bounds at the 30. Seems like all they have to do is just throw it near this guy, and he finds a way to come down.
Yeah, I was talking to the coach this week, and he told me that he's probably got the best hands in the team. And right there, he just showed us why.
The player ran out of bounds. The ball will be spotted where the player stepped out.
And that challenge was a good decision as the call is overturned.
Well, sometimes the official sees what you see, and sometimes he sees something else. But this time, everyone could see the call had to be changed.
Second and 1. Ball on the 29-yard line.
We like a pack of wolves.
Only one man back on the ground. Hughes is there on the stop at the 35. Cameron, he's showing no signs of slowing down as that gain puts him over 125 yards.
First and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Watch out. All day, baby. Come on.
Be the hammer, not the nail.
Let's go.
Gets the call. They'll go with a play fake. With the throw, number 22 is there for the tackle at the 47-yard line.
That was a heck of a throw. The ball had to be in the one spot and the only spot where it could be thrown.
First and 10. Ball on the 47-yard line.
The Thunder with a four-man front.
Let's go, D, let's go.
They give it to the halfback. Abrams comes up to make the play at the 43.
This is a spot where you want to show the defense that they have to respect the running game.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3.
Let's go now.
Hands it off to the back. This one will be spotted at the 42-yard line. Solid game, except on the tackle.
They might not be busting off big games, but those linemen are really working hard down there.
Third and 5 coming up.
Ball on the 42-yard line.
Play hard and fast, baby.
These third downs haven't been much of an obstacle, and it's helped them to take the lead. And pass ball's incomplete. Simon was the one they were trying to get the ball to. He'll try to place this inside the 10. And so the punt goes out of bounds. As close to perfection as possible. They'll mark it out at the 1-yard line.
Now the defense comes out looking to get a safety or cause some kind of turnover and get a score for themselves.
Ball on the 1-yard line.
Ball on the 1-yard line.
Hands it off. Great fake with the throw. Manning is there on the stop at the 14-yard line. And it's good for a first down. Deep in their own territory.
Ball on the 14-yard line.
Too deep. Don't stop that motor.
I'm coming through, baby.
Burns with split backs. Pressure got to him as he throws.
Taking shots like that will really affect his rhythm with his receiver.
On the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 14-yard line.
Hey, watch the screens. Get it up. Rush in. Let's go.
Out of the I formation.
Believe it. It's hard.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Gets the pass off. White is there for the tackle at the 25-yard line. John, he's proven he's a consistent target.
Yeah, especially in situations where they're looking to get first down yardage.
Ball on their own 25.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Be the hammer, not the nail. It's on.
Closing in. Throws it. Swings this pass to his running back out on the right side. Brown makes the reception and a 5-yard gain. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
We turning it up. Get my cut back.
Gets rid of it. He's pushed out at the 49-yard line. That completion will give him 200 yards passing. Two-minute warning coming up. So 2 minutes left before halftime.
49-yard line.
We're talking about Bree.
They'll go from the I formation. Burns sends a man in motion. Under pressure with the throw. The defense has it.
I tell you, you don't get a whole lot easier than that. He was right there. The quarterback makes a bad throw, and he brings it in for an interception.
Following the interception, it's now 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Cameron, the lone back, dropping back to pass on 1st down. Fires this one deep. The 30, the 20, the 10. He's making the defense appear non-existent. 4 touchdown catches today. Walls comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. And John, we were talking at the beginning about the quick strike capability. That's exactly what we were talking about. One play, one touchdown.
I'm not surprised at all by that play. You've got a chance to stick it to the other team, you're going to stick it to them. And that's what they did on that play.
This one is taken by number 37. The Thunder will have to hurry it up as they strike the drive at the 22.
First and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
Let's run, man. Hey, let's go 1D. Let's go now.
Gets the pass off. This one falls incomplete. Jam was his intended target.
On the play. Second and 10. Ball on the 22-yard line.
We coming to wreck. Set. Get me going. Watch out.
With the throw, the defender's got it. The 30. The 10. He dives, touchdown. He takes that one all the way. Walls comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good.
Now, if the quarterback is still rattled after that play, we'll find out on this first throw. The coach will probably go with something simple to get some of his confidence back. But one thing he can't be worried about is throwing that football. I think he'll come out firing to show us all that he's ready to make a play.
From the 2-yard line. The defense made a great play the last time on the field, intercepting a pass and taking it back for a touchdown. First and 10.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. We like a pack of wolves.
Hands it off to the back. Thomas is there on the stop at the 24.
I like to hurry up here. It's a change of pace, and it's a way to get the defense uncomfortable.
Drops back. Launches it across the middle. He made the catch. Stop cold.
What they're doing here is keeping the defense from huddling up. And it keeps the same defense on the field.
Come on. Here we go. Watch a man.
Keep the throttle down.
Danny. You gotta have it.
Going to the air on first down. Gets the pass off. Manning comes up to make the play. Burns completes that one, and it goes for about 4 yards. Second and 6.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Hey, watch that screen. All day, baby. Come on. Bring it on.
They give it to the halfback. Thomas is there for the tackle.
Right now, they need to keep going at the defense with a run. Sooner or later, they'll be able to break one for a big gain.
On third down, they have to get it to the 30 for a first.
Let us dictate. Lucky.
Burns with split backs.
I can do it, baby.
Rolling. Ooh, nearly picked off. Number 88 was the intended receiver on that play. Dillon with the coverage.
Watch your eyes.
Since they don't need much for the first, they'll eschew the field goal attempt and take a shot at it.
When a team gambles and makes it, the coach is a hero. If they fail, everyone will second-guess the coach all week long.
First and 10.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Yes, right, man.
Out of the gun.
Things got nothing. It's showtime, baby. You gotta believe it.
Going to the air on first down. Throws it. The 40. The 30. The receiver breaks free. The 10. Touchdown. Single covered, makes the catch, takes it all away. Rawls comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. And they add another touchdown to their already large lead. Completely dominant, John.
They've got some breathing room. The tendency would be for the offense to play more conservatively. But as we've seen in the past, that doesn't always work. And sometimes it lets the other team right back in the game.
From the 2. The Thunder don't have much time as they start their drive at the 25-yard line. The blitz is on. Gets the pass off. And he fails to hang on to that one. He felt the pressure and got rid of the ball.
That's what the defense has been talking about. Make this guy throw it before he's ready. It's just that little split second early that can cause an incomplete pass or even an interception.
25-yard line.
Strong, two backers. Deuces.
Pressure, throws on the run. Nearly intercepted.
They were in a zone defense in perfect position to make the play. They let it get away.
Third and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Nothing long.
They line up in the I formation. With the pass, this one falls incomplete.
When you talk about ball control and time of possession, that's not what you want to see.
Morgan is ready to punt this one away. Number 30 is the deep return man. This one goes out of bounds. First and 10.
Ball on the 41-yard line.
You turning it up. Play football.
They give it to the halfback. Abrams is there on the stop at the 47. Cameron picks up some tough yards there.
Second and 4. Ball on the 47-yard line.
Come on.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package.
Keep moving. Let's go.
At the end of the first half, the score is the away team 59, the Berlin Thunder 3.
As we take a look at his success returning kicks, we get ready for the kickoff. Ball is just about ready to kick this one away. This one is taken by number 37. Number 37 returns this one to the 25. Goes back into the game after being injured earlier. Dropping back to pass on first down. Long throw. Incomplete. Not one of his better throws. Missing long.
Second and 10. Ball on the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. Set. All right, let's go.
The rush is on. The rush gets him from behind. Burns gets brought down for the sack. They've now registered 4 sacks, and they have completely dominated that offensive line. It's now third and long after the sack.
On the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Check it. Here I go.
Using split backs.
Here we go, D.
Drops back.
Go back.
Pressure coming. Looking for the deep pass down the right side. He made the catch. Oh, comes up to make the play at the 33. That's good for a first down, John, on a third and long.
The playbook is not exactly full of plays for third and long. They found the right one, and they ran it perfectly.
First and 10. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Watch each other back. Get me going. Under 10, 10.
They'll bring the blitz. With the throw. And it's caught. And he steps out of bounds at the 3. Nice gain on that play after it looked like he was going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, and he did come very, very close, but the official was right on top of it.
They're 3 yards away from scoring. They got it into the end zone on their last red zone drive. Closing in. Floats one into the end zone. Touchdown, Thunder. The veteran tight end hauls it in for 6.
He does a great job here of avoiding the jam at the line of scrimmage and giving his quarterback a window in the end zone.
Harrison comes in for the extra point. The point after is good. Big opening drive, moving down the field and putting it into the end zone.
That's excellent execution by the guys out there on offense. They looked confident, moved the ball, and found the end zone. That's a great way to start the second half.
Morgan is back and ready to put this one in the air. From the 6. Bush returns this one to the 23.
They'll take over at the 23-yard line. First and 10.
Let's go now.
They have the lead, and one big reason is because they've done a real good job on the ground on first down.
Not bad. That success leads to bigger and better things, usually.
5-yard gain.
Ball carrier, 5-yard gain on the play.
Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Defense, get ready. Let's go. What's the hard count?
The Thunder come out in a dime package. With the throw, Madden comes up to make the play at the 39-yard line. And again, he demonstrates his great hands.
You know, when a quarterback has a guy like this who can catch about any ball he throws, he can become kind of a security blanket. If he gets in trouble or he starts feeling pressure, he can look in his direction because he has so much confidence in him.
They've been solid running the ball on first down, John.
Yeah, when you gain 5 yards or more, it sets you up in good second and third situations. He's done his part out there. You know that they wanted to run the ball and the defense coming in, and that's exactly what they've done.
Second and maybe 3.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Stay at home. Here we go. Get some swat going.
Number 89 moves in motion.
Turn it up now.
Gets rid of it. The wide receiver has it. Snow is there on the stop at the 41. When you think about guys with great hands, he's very close to the top, John.
I'll tell you what, he does a great job of using his hands and not letting the ball get into his body. He's worked very hard to improve his pass catching, and I think he's become one of the best out there.
He tucks it away. They'll spot this one at the 32-yard line. He makes his 8th stop on the play. Cameron moves his rushing total over 150 on that carry. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Get my cut back. You gotta believe it. It's our day. Hey, watch that screen. Here we come.
They give it to the halfback. What a slipper. Atkinson is there for the tackle at the 29-yard line. He picked up the first on that carry. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
So we gonna take
They line up in the I formation. Thomas sends a man in motion. He gets the carry. Redmond is there on the stop at the 24. Bush with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. Second and 5 coming up here.
Ball on the 24-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Little misdirection. Tatum comes up to make the play at the 20-yard line. Bush rumbles forward for a gain of 4. Ninth play of this drive. They're inside the 20. The Thunder line up in a 4-3. They'll put this one in the air, trying to convert. Gets rid of it. With the adjustment, he has
He
it.
gets a great block right here to spring him for the touchdown. I'll tell you, he takes the defender right out of his shoes that time.
The point after is good. Turnovers have proven very costly.
They got to find a way to hold on to the ball. It makes it very difficult to win when you turn it over like they have in this one.
Walls comes in to kick off. From the 1-yard line. Defense gave up a touchdown the last time. Ball on their own 23. Give it to the halfback. Mulder is there on the stop at the 19-yard line. That one started off poorly and only got worse.
That defensive line did a better job than the offensive line, and that's how they were able to get penetration to stop that play in the backfield.
Ball on the 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
Set. Defense, get ready. One of us will make a play.
With the pass, almost intercepted.
What the defense is doing is they're watching the quarterback's eyes. They're cluing. They're in position so that whatever happens, the ball is in front of them. And that time, it almost got him an interception.
3rd and 13. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Here we go, baby. Let us dictate.
With the throw, and this pass is completed.
That play won't help their third down conversion percentage today. I wonder what the receiver was thinking, running a route that wasn't going to put him past the first down marker anyway.
Bush is back to receive this kick. They'll spot this one where it went out. Ball on their own 40.
Ball on the 40-yard line.
We like a pack of wolves. Let's go, D.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's turn it up, D.
Handed off to the back. Reynolds is there on the stop at the 43. Cameron takes advantage of a little daylight, picks up 3 yards. Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Roy Sin. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Setting up play action. Gets the pass off. He was tipped.
That's just the kind of play they've come to expect from him. He always seems to make the big play just when they need him to.
Parrish was the one they were trying to get the ball to.
3rd and 7. Ball on the 43-yard line.
What's the hard count?
Hey.
The Thunder come out in a dime package.
Watch the flank.
Yeah, you see me.
With the pass, right on target to the wide receiver. They can't cover. With that reception, a 200-yard day. Ball on the 46-yard line.
Ball on the 46-yard line.
Everything you got. Deuce it, deuce it. Set. Under 10, 10. Here we go.
Snow is there on the stop at the 47. Good play by the linebacker to get into the backfield and stop the play for no gain.
I'll tell you, that comes from watching a lot of film and knowing the tendencies of the opponent. That was a heck of a play.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Play hard and fast, baby.
Bush, the lone back.
So low.
Little misdirection. He has room. Doss comes up to make the play at the 36.
The defense just seems to be out of position every time they give them the ball.
Third down play here. They have to get it to the 36.
Come on. Tampa. Watch your eyes.
And we can attribute this lead to their ability to convert on third down.
They got nothing.
Put this one in the air trying to convert. Gets rid of it. Hughes is there on the stop at the 13-yard line. They convert the first down on that throw.
And they ran the perfect play to get those couple of yards.
Down inside the 15.
Ball on the 13-yard line.
Get it up.
Their last time down inside the 20 resulted in an interception. They're going to spot this one at the 8. The tackle is his 5th of the game. Bush takes the handoff on the counter, picking up 5. 8 is the magic number right now.
Ball on the 8-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Turn it up now.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Hands it off. Snow is there on the stop at the 1. That draw play works to perfection.
And that's the thing. That was the perfect call in the perfect situation. He dropped back, handed it off at the last second, and the back picked his way through the defense, finding his way past the marker.
Bush, the deep back. To the end zone. Swatted away at the line. Tried going for the end zone on first down, but couldn't get it in there. It's second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Don't stop that motor. Here I come.
Out of the I formation.
Turning it up.
Coming through, baby.
Hand off to the tailback, and he gets in there. Touchdown. John, he clearly should have been taken down behind the line of scrimmage, but they missed, and he ends up in the end zone.
You just can't let that happen and expect to win games. You've got to have sound tackling. So many players go for the knockout punch, but I'm telling you, it doesn't work on most runners.
Balls comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. Now that's 24 points that have resulted from turnovers.
And the coach couldn't be happier. His guys are really doing their job out there.
Got all of that one. From the 1.
Kickoff return 19 yards.
They forced a 3-and-out on the last series. First and 10.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Come on. Play it. Play it. Good shoot. We like a pack of wolves.
Hand it off. Molden is there on the stop at the 23-yard line. Brown paddles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Second and 7 coming up here.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
Let's go now. So we gonna take it. Let's go.
Gets the pass off, and he makes no, he can't haul it in. Yet another drop for
the
him.
intended receiver on the play.
Here's a look at the third down success rate of each team. Defense lines up in the nickel. Gets rid of it, drops the interception.
Good defense and 3-and-out series are the way to keep your defense fresh and rested.
Now here's the punt unit as the defense forces a 3-and-out. And he waves for the fair catch.
Fair catch made at the 31-yard line. First and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Check it.
Cameron, the lone back.
Let's go, boys.
The rush is on. Throwing. Tatum comes up to make the play.
On the reception.
Thomas has been red hot, long, medium, or short, and now has enough yardage to get him within striking distance of a new record for one game.
Some quarterbacks are streaky, and if they get hot, look out. They do things like shred the defense apart.
So they have first and 10 here.
On the 47-yard line.
Keep moving. Play football.
Cameron, the lone back.
One of us gonna make a play. Yeah, you see me.
Hands off to the tailback. This one will be spotted at the 45-yard line. 9 tackles for him today. Great penetration there.
And that's the thing. To stop any kind of run between the tackles, you have to get some sort of penetration. You have to get into the backfield, and when you do that, you make the back change directions, making him go where he doesn't want to go.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Give it to the halfback. Stiff arms the defender to the ground. Number 22 is there on the stop at the 43-yard line.
This guy always gives maximum effort on every play. It doesn't matter if you're asking him to run between the tackles or outside. He just takes the ball and refuses to be brought down by the tacklers.
They've done very well on third down to this point. Hands it off. Redmond stops him short of the marker. Not a really good effort, and they falter in trying to pick up short yardage. Number 37 sets up, waiting for the punt. And so the punt goes out of bounds. It's first and 10.
Ball on the 21-yard line.
Watch the back. Rush in.
Gives the ball off. You could hear the collision up here.
He's very consistent running the ball. He's given him a solid rushing attack today.
Ball on their own 28.
Ball on the 28-yard line.
Nothing. They don't get nothing. Give me going.
Brown, the lone back.
Right.
Jackson, the motion
There
man.
we go, D. Yeah.
Dropping back. Gets rid of it. Late for the running back. Hope is there on the stop at the 36-yard line. Dottie has such a quick release, and the ball is out before anybody knows what's happened.
That makes it hard for him to be sacked, and it gives the defenders less time to react.
Ball on their own 36. They give it to the halfback. They're going to spot this one at the 35. He's able to run down another ball carrier for the 7th time.
Second and 10. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Watch the snap down.
Brown, the lone back.
Danny. Run it.
Throws it. Low throw, and he has it. Manning comes up to make the play at the 48. Good throw there and a first down pickup.
That ball could have been shot out of a gun with the velocity it had on it.
Ball on their own 48.
Ball on the 48-yard line.
Let's go. Hold the look.
Burns with split backs.
Go, D. Hey, watch that screen. Everything you got.
Hand it off. Manning is there for the tackle at the 44.
This is just the kind of thing that they have come to expect from their running game. A very consistent and effective ground attack.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
Ball on the 44-yard line.
It's showtime, baby. Here we go. Watch left.
Let's turn it up, D.
Drops back with the throw. Incomplete. Got just a little too much air under it.
Jackson, the intended receiver on the play. Third and 2. Ball on the 44-yard line.
Play football. This is it, baby.
Only one man in the backfield. Throwing. Broken up. He deflected it just in time to avert the completion.
Receiver on the play.
Morgan comes into the game for the punt. Bush back to return. This one goes out of bounds.
First and 10. Ball on the 17-yard line.
Stay at home.
Cameron, the lone back. With a counter play. The defender brings him down at the 23-yard line. He's a tackling machine out there. He now has 9. Second and 4.
Ball on the 23-yard line.
It's on. Watch your man. All on us, y'all.
Handed off to the back. What a move. Running with a lot of room in front. Number 39 is there on the stop at the 35-yard line. Great run there. That'll be a first down.
He really ran well there. He gets some great blocks, and he has patience as he picks up the first down.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
They soft, man.
They ain't got nothing.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Reynolds comes up to make the play at the 36-yard line. Number 21 is able to get a yard or two on the toss. Second and 9.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
Let's go, boys.
Bush, the lone back. Little misdirection. He's brought down behind the line for a short loss. Came with a run blitz and bottled him up.
You'll see him do that kind of thing a lot. As a quarterback, you want to make your pre-snap read. If you see him walking guys up to the line, you should audible to some kind of slant or quick out to take advantage.
35-yard line.
Don't be fooled now.
They've executed very well on third down so far, and that's a big reason why they're ahead at the moment. Dropping back, throws it, almost picked off. Simon was his intended target. Doss had the coverage on the play. Mitchell will come in now to punt it away. Number 37 will go back to accept this punt. They'll spot this one where it went out.
First and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Don't stop. Don't stop that motor. I can do it, baby. Watch the play. So we gonna take it. Clear! Clear!
Dropping back and pass on first down. Gets rid of it. Knocked down. Jamis ran the short pattern, but couldn't pull it in. Dillon was there on the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Be careful. Get some slot going.
Burns with split backs. On the carry. Great fake. Gets the pass off. White is there on the stop at the 40. Good throw, good catch to move the chains.
You know, as a receiver, all you have to do is get a step, and this guy's going to put the ball on you.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Good shoot. Here we go, baby.
Watch out.
Brown, the deep back.
We're talking about brilliant. They ain't got nothing.
Here we go.
Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing.
Tosses it left. White is there for the tackle at the 32. Brown running hard, going right through the arm tackles.
On the play.
Second and 2.
Ball on the 32-yard line.
Hey, storm. Here we come. Let's go.
Dropping back. Fakes the throw. Under pressure. He got to the quarterback again to record his second sack of the game.
On the play.
On third down, they have to get it to the 30 for a first.
37-yard line.
Hey, let's go.
On the call, great fake with the throw, right on target to the wide receiver. It's scooped up. Great job by the defense to strip the ball.
First and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Here we go, baby.
Cameron is the deep back.
No, me.
Number 89
Let's
moves
go,
in
boys.
motion.
Danny.
Let's turn it up, D.
It's on.
Going to the air on first down. Gets rid of it. Incomplete.
He saw the receiver hauling it in, and then boom, he pops him, and it ends up incomplete.
Abrams with the coverage.
Second and 10. Ball on the 28-yard line.
Come on.
The Thunder come out in a 4-3. Gets the pass off. This pass is incomplete. 2 in a row just dropped.
Harris, the intended receiver, on the play.
Here are the numbers when it comes to third down conversions.
Keep moving.
Cameron, the lone back.
Turn it up now.
Throws it. And he hits his target. Doss comes up to make the play. At the 47. They get first down yardage on that hookup. It's first and 10.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Set.
They'll bring the blitz. Pressure. The rush gets to him from behind.
Boom! And where'd that truck come from?
7-yard loss on the play.
Following the sack, it's second and long.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
Let's go.
Cameron, the lone back.
Hey, watch the ball.
Drops back. Heaving it over the middle. He's there for the catch. The 10. Thomas has just thrown a touchdown pass to tie the record.
Anytime the quarterback has that kind of game, he takes his entire offense for a great meal because they're performing at the same level, and he couldn't do it without him.
Balls comes in for the extra point. The point after is good.
Give some credit to that big offensive line. Those guys are working hard out there, and it's showing on drives like that.
Nice kick. Plenty of distance. This one is handled by number 37. Number 37 is able to get it to the 24-yard line. It's first and 10.
At the 24-yard line. First and 10.
Watch each other.
Hand it off. What a stiff one. Burt is there on the stop at the 31.
Gain on the play.
Ball on their own 31.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
The teams are set for the fourth quarter of play. Second and 4.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Get me going. Let's go. Be physical.
Burns using split backs.
Hey. Bring it up. Bring it up, baby.
Pressure coming. He goes down. Great effort that time, John. He's clearly one of the best in the league.
Yeah, he's one of those guys who's been playing for a while now. And let me tell you, he might never be better than he is right now.
Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
3 ball. Temple. No stop. That
Drops back. Gets rid of it. Low throw, but he has it. Hope is there on the stop at the 37-yard line.
This is a guy who comes to play, and he seems to make big catches when they really need him. This time they needed to convert on third down, and he's there for the reception and the first down.
Here I come. Get it started. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. Play football. Keep moving. Hey, what's that screen?
Handed off to the back. White is there for the tackle at the 39. Brown battles his way forward for what appears to be a 2-yard pickup. Dropping back with the throw, and he makes the grab. He zips that pass in there and picks up a first down.
Well, you look for the open guy in any play, but there is a progression. You look to your first guy, then your second, and so on. He did a nice job of going through the progression that time.
Ball at about midfield.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
I can do it, baby. Watch out. We like
Out of the I formation. The blitz is on. Jumps and makes the catch. Dillon comes up to make the play at the 34-yard line.
all on us, y'all. Knock him out. Do something, do something.
A little misdirection. Gamble is there for the tackle at the 34. He tried to pick his way through the middle, but there was no room.
Yeah, he was looking for a hole or a gap, but the defensive line sealed everything up.
8th play of this drive.
Ball on the 34-yard line.
Keep it up.
Gets the pass off, and it's complete. Picked up 9 on the play.
9-yard gain on the play.
Third down, and they'll have to try to get it to the 24-yard line to pick up a first down. They'll put this one in the air, trying to convert with the throw. He hits his receiver. Thomas comes up to make the play at the 21.
This is what they have to do. Keep making completions down the field and move the chains. Watch this one. He knows he's got to get the first, and he picks the right guy to throw it to.
Storm, 2 backers. Good shoot. Let's go. Yeah, you see me. Lucky.
Dropping back to pass on first down. Throws it.
Give him out.
The pass ball's incomplete. Jackson was the intended receiver on that play. And this is the 11th play of this drive. Receives the handoff. Burt is there for the tackle at the 16-yard line. Nystrom with a nice burst through the middle that time. 5-yard pickup. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Ball on the 16-yard line.
They're blitzing, closing in. Soft lob to the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown, Thunder.
Watch this play. He's able to find a hole in the defense, and he gets into the end zone. Now that's an example of how to use your personnel in the red zone and how to create mismatches.
The point after is good. The Thunder still down by a bunch. Morgan in to kick this one off. From the 4-yard line. Bush finds some open area on the return and brings it back to the 33.
They'll start the drive at the 33-yard line. 1st and 10.
Stay at home. What's the hard count?
The Thunder come out in a nickel package.
It's on.
He hands it off. Plows it there. Tatum is there for the tackle at the 45-yard line.
Some of these guys are like a train. They lower their head, keep their legs moving, and charge straight ahead. Sometimes he'll even drag a defender 10 yards before he'll start slowing down.
They ain't got nothing. There we go, D. Tampa. Stretch strong. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. Defense, get ready.
Looking for room. The 40. The back breaks free. The 20. The 10. And that touchdown run gives them a lot more breathing room here in the 4th. Walls comes in to attempt the point after. The point after is good. Booming kick downfield. This one is taken by number 37.
It sure doesn't look like they're going to be able to come back in this one, but it's an issue of pride. They want to prove that they're better than they've played so far.
The Berlin Thunder will start the drive at the 24-yard line. 1st and 10.
Ain't no thing. Deuce it, deuce it.
Keep the throttle down.
He gets the carry. Thomas is there for the tackle at the 31. Brown kept his legs moving, gets 7 hard-earned yards.
2nd and 3. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Back it up, baby. Clear! Clear! Hey, watch that screen!
With the pass. Incomplete pass. That's the 3rd one he's been unable to bring in.
On the play. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 31-yard line.
Yes, on! Set! Watch screen!
It's a blitz. Gets rid of it. Picked off. It's intercepted. Burns picks the wrong spot to throw to. It'll be a turnover, John.
Yep, sometimes you think you can sneak one by, but then the defense makes a great play on the ball and beats your receiver to it.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception. The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Abrams comes up to make the play at the 49. And below you can see how these two teams have done in the turnover battle. Ball at midfield.
Ball on the 49-yard line.
It's on! Watch the man.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Harris is there on the stop at the 45. Redmond is getting up very slowly. It looks like he'll head toward the sideline, and we'll get you an injury report as quickly as possible.
First and 10. Ball on the 45-yard line.
Hold the look. Let's go.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. Gets rid of it. He finds his man. The 10, 5. Thomas is now the sole owner of the record for most touchdown passes in a single game.
He's been unstoppable today, and the guys around him have been a strong supporting cast, which is what you need to break any record.
Walls comes in for the extra point. The extra point attempt is good. This one is handled by number 37. Stiff-arm keeps him at bay.
This is one of those situations where they're playing for respect. The game really hasn't gone the way they thought it would, but they have a lot of pride in their team. I'd expect to see them keep fighting till that final whistle.
Ball on their own 27.
27-yard line. First and 10.
One back. It's showtime, baby. All right, let's go.
The lineup of 6 defensive backs. With the pass, this one falls incomplete. That's the third one he's been unable to bring in.
Second and 10. Ball on the 27-yard line.
Blue down. We like a practice.
Brown, the lone setback.
Let's turn it up, D.
I'm coming through, baby.
Let's go.
Looking left for the long pass. The 40. He made the catch.
You have to play him physically off the line. Bump him off his route, jam him, stuff like that. Because I'll tell you this, if you give him a free release and he can get behind you, he can do some real damage.
First and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Fox left.
With a counter play. Gamble comes up to make the play. At the 29, Brown runs it for about 3 on the counter play. Ball on the 29-yard line.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
All right, now. Play hard and fast, baby. Come on.
Jackson goes in motion.
Campbell, knock him out.
Drops back, under pressure, with the pass. Rick is there on the stop at the 22-yard line. Number 88 makes the catch but doesn't get very far.
And that's what the mark of a solid defense is. They close in on you in a hurry, and they don't miss tackle.
Redmond is back in there after getting taken out with an injury earlier.
Lock it up.
Burns using split back. Gets rid of it. Complete to the wide receiver. Manning is there for the tackle at the 10. Burns is right on the mark with that throw.
Third down is when you really need your quarterback to be sharp, because the temptation to force something in is bigger. That time he found the right guy and he made a good throw.
Little misdirection. Molden comes up to make the play at the 8-yard line. Brown had very little help up front, maybe a yard or 2 on the play. Eight is the magic number right now.
On the 8-yard line.
Be careful. Let's go. Let's go. Be good.
With a counter play, keeping him at bay. Manning is there for the tackle at the 7.
1 yard
Brown
gain on
gets
the
the ball
play.
on the counter, short gain about a yard.
Third
And this
and
is the
7.
8th play of this
Ball
drive.
on the
Ball
7-yard
inside
line.
the 10.
Don't make a play. Hold the look.
With the pass, broken up.
Pretty good play call on that one. Everything happened just as it's drawn up. Just couldn't hang on to it.
Too deep. Let's go.
Difficult situation here, but not much else they can do but go for it. Touchdown, Thunder.
Watch this catch by the tight end. I always say the tight end is always more of a threat in the red zone. He's a big target, and his skills sometimes cause matchup problems for the defense.
The point after is good. The Thunder still with a huge deficit to overcome. Morgan is just about ready to kick this one away. This one is taken by Bush. Bush takes this one back to the 25-yard line.
Bush on the return.
It's first and 10.
Ball on the 25-yard line.
Let's go, D. Keep moving.
The Thunder come out on a nickel package. Setting up play action. Throwing. The 40. Hughes is there for the tackle at the 45-yard line. When you give him time, he'll find a receiver.
Yeah, and with this guy, he doesn't throw it behind him. He doesn't throw it over their head. He throws it where they're going.
So they have first and 10 here.
On the 45-yard line.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Everything you got.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Little misdirection. Abrams comes up to make the play at midfield. Abrams is getting up very slowly. It looks like he'll head toward the sideline, and we'll get you an injury report as quickly as possible. Ball at midfield.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Check it. Stay posted now.
Only one man in the backfield. Throwing. And the catch is made. The 40. Redmond is there for the tackle at the 30. So they get 2 first downs on their last 2 plays.
And they're getting it done by seeing the whole field and taking what the defense gives them.
First and 10.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
Quick shoot. Watch the play. Yeah, you see me.
The Thunder with a 4-man front. Throws it. He hits his receiver. It looks like it's going to be an interference call. The only question is, against whom?
Pass interference on the defense. Number 31.
Hughes
First
didn't
down.
let him go for the ball.
Both the defender and the receiver have a right for the ball, but the defender has to at least pretend he's looking for the pass. They'll get called every time.
That infraction moves the offense into field goal range.
We turning it up. Watch out.
The Thunder come out on a nickel package. With the throw, he was tipped.
He has a great feel for defending the pass. He always seems to be in great position to make a play in the ball.
Parrish was his intended target.
Second and 10. Ball on the 19-yard line.
One back. Play hard and fast, baby.
The Thunder line up in a 4-3. Harris is there for the tackle at the 15-yard line. Bush at the delayed handoff and gains about 3. It's third down and 6 to go.
Ball on the 15-yard line.
Let's go. Back it up, baby.
Number 21, the lone setback. Gets rid of it. And this pass is completed. Number 39 with the tackle at the 5. That's 3 times on this drive they've been able to pick up a first down.
Yeah, and the thing is, they'll be doing more than just picking up first downs if this success continues. They're going to be picking up some points.
Blue down, blue down. Come on.
Keep the throttle down.
Let's go, boys.
Toss play to the left. He lost it. The Thunder scoop up the fumble. Big play by the defense to strip the ball and secure it. Now let's see if the offense can take advantage.
First and 10. Ball on the 6-yard line.
Here we go. There we go, D. Watch each other back.
The backs are lined up in an eye.
Stay soft, man.
Gets the pass off, right on target to the wide receiver. He puts something extra on that throw, and that'll keep the chains moving.
And that's what it takes sometimes, because defenders are so quick that 1 millisecond can make a difference.
Ball on their own 20.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Hey. Come on. Hold the look.
Hand off to the tailback. Thomas is there on the stop at the 26. Brown runs it through the middle, a gain of about 6.
On the play.
Abrams returns from being injured.
Bring it up. All on us, y'all. Turn it up now.
Nickelback in this time. Pressure with the throw, and he hits his target. Number 88 didn't have much room to do anything with that one.
Yeah, they had the coverage, and they made the sure play instead of trying something fancy, like going for the pick.
Ball on their own 27.
Ball on the 27-yard line.
Watch your eyes.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Hits the pass off. Dillon with the tackle at the 40-yard line. Burns fires complete, and it's good for a first down.
Yeah, he excels on third down. Some quarterbacks just do.
First and 10. Ball on the 40-yard line.
Don't stop that motor. Nothing.
Brown in the backfield. Hands it off to the back. Thomas comes up to make the play at the 43-yard line. Brown takes advantage of a little daylight, picks up 3 yards. Ball on their own 43.
Ball on the 43-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, watch the counter.
Rolling right, closing in.
The offensive line just lost the battle up front on that play. They have to keep their shoulders square, keep their inside foot up, or they're going to get beat again and again.
It's now 3rd and long after the sack.
Ball on the 37-yard line.
Make them dump it on.
Maestro, the deep man, drops back, gets rid of it. The 40. Simeon is there for the tackle.
Now this is one heck of a play. Look at it. They're in a hole here on third down, and they come through with this perfect play that gets them a first and keeps the drive going. In today's offenses, it's more important than ever that these receivers to make something happen after they catch the ball. Short passes can turn into long gains when you have guys that can really fly.
They'll spot this one at the 29-yard line, and that's now 3 tackles for him in this game.
A successful offense is one that can run and throw for good yardage on first down.
About 7 yards there. 9th play of this drive.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Come on.
Under pressure with the pass. The pass is picked off. Great pressure up front forced him to throw that one before he wanted to get rid of it.
And what happened was the secondary was back there looking right at him. When he started to feel the rush coming, he just flung it up there. The defender was sitting right there in the zone to pick it off.
The offense gets ready to go following the interception.
Let's go.
Let's turn it up, D.
Hey, storm.
Going to the left. Number 39 takes him down.
On the run.
Bush is
1
able to get a yard or
gain
two on the
play.
toss.
Second and 9. Ball on the 16-yard line.
Get it, son. Let's go. I can do it, baby.
The Thunder with a four-man front gets the call. Hughes is there for the tackle at the 29. Bush fighting for yardage that time. He's able to reel off a nice gain. Ball on their own 29.
Ball on the 29-yard line.
Let's go. Be physical. We turning it up.
The Thunder come out in a nickel package. Hand it off. Owens comes up to make the play at the 30. Number 89 takes it up the middle for a yard or two.
Second and 9. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Come on. Check it.
The Thunder with a four-man front. Drops back. Looking for the long completion. Ooh, nearly picked off. Good effort to deflect that pass, which had big yardage written all over it.
Third and 9. Ball on the 30-yard line.
Nice job so far on third down for the offense, and we'll see if that continues here. Gets the pass off. Short pass completed to the wide receiver on the right side. Big hit on the ball carrier. He made the reception, but couldn't find a way to get past the mark. Mitchell is ready to punt this one away. Number 37 sets up to run back the punt. From the 22. Able to get some good yardage on the return, and he goes down at the 33. Almost at the 2-minute mark now.
At the 33-yard line. First and 10.
Not today.
Brown, the lone back.
Here we go.
Going to the air on first down. With the throw. This one falls incomplete.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 32.
And they say the defender made contact with the receiver too early.
The defender has to do a better job at reading the receiver's eyes here, so he can tell when the pass is coming.
Ball on the 50-yard line.
Come on. Nothing. They don't get nothing.
Jackson moves in motion.
Knock them out. All right, now.
Pass play here on first down. Pressure, rolls right, throwing. Manning comes up to make the play at the 32. That powerful arm brings them a first down this time.
Not only did the quarterback show off his strong arm, but the receiver displayed some amazingly soft hands.
First and 10.
A great throw with an even better catch is always an easy way to pick up first down.
There we go, D.
Steps up into the pocket, lets this pass fly deep down the middle. This one falls incomplete.
And this is an incredible play by the defender. You know, he didn't look like he would be there in time, but he jumped over the top of everyone, and he got his hand on it to knock it away.
Hey, watch that screen. Get it, son.
I'm coming through, baby.
Keep the throttle down.
Everything you got. Defense, get ready. Here we go.
The blitz is on. Gets rid of it. This pass is incomplete. He's had a lot of trouble reeling in the passes.
The intended receiver on the play. Third and 10. Ball on the 32-yard line.
Up top, up top. Hey, let's go one deep. Set. Here we come.
Dropping back. Gets the pass off. Burt is there for the tackle. And it looks like they're going to go with a no huddle.
It's showtime, baby. Watch your eyes. Let's go, D.
Going to the air on first down. Steps away. He's trying to get them back to the line.
5-yard loss on the play.
Let's go now. Here we go, baby. Rock and roll.
Throws it. Incomplete. And they have to go to the air because they need big plays fast.
That's right. You got to have composure in these situations. Find your receivers who can pick up yardage after the catch. But most importantly, you have to keep the chains moving.
17-yard line.
You can't stop me. Keep moving.
Hamilton in motion.
Project.
Dropping back. Pressure coming. Throwing. Ricks is there on the stop.
Jackson makes the catch.
He'll go no huddle here.
7-yard gain on the play.
Hey, watch the screen.
Throws one up in the end zone. Comes down with it. Touchdown, Thunder. They had them in 4th and long and can't come up with the stop. Harrison comes in to attempt the point after. The extra point attempt is good. Morgan looks like he's just about ready to kick this one off. From the 8. Bush takes this one back to the 30.
I think their best bet here is to run it with a simple handoff. You just never know what could happen on a toss play.
Ball on their own 30.
Ball on the 30-yard line.
We turning it up. Come on. Set. Come on. Nothing. They don't get nothing. One of us gonna make a play.
Gives the ball off. Reynolds comes up to make the play at the 31-yard line. Number 21 takes it up the middle for a yard or two. Ball on their own 31.
Ball on the 31-yard line.
Watch him. Come on. Set. Watch each other back. Champion.
They jumped early and got flagged.
Number 92.
So he's
Still
called
second
for
down.
encroachment.
The defense needs to concentrate better than that. Nothing frustrates a coach more than a penalty like that.
Ball on their own 36.
Ball on the 36-yard line.
All on us, y'all. Slot going. There we go, D. Let's go now. From the start, from the start. Yeah, you see me. Play hard and fast, baby.
Hands it off to the back. Reynolds is there on the stop at the 39-yard line. Bush takes advantage of a little daylight, picks up 3 yards. Ball on their own 39.
Ball on the 39-yard line.
This is it, man. Screen down. Project.
A lot of scoring, but a one-sided
The final
game.
score is the away team 94, the Berlin Thunder 31.